Hey everybody, this is Dusk for Dustin on Gaming with match number 3 of episode 4. Here in Modern, much like Nikachu MTG, we're doing daily episodic matches with various Modern decks. This particular series we're doing Burn, of the Rakdos variety in this particular set of 5 matches. This is won by Mike J. Flores. As a friendly reminder, if you like what you're seeing on the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. So, this list is a little bit unique in some of the sideboard inclusions, but a lot of it's very similar to what's going on with a lot of Rakdos lists. 4 light up the stage, 4 Skewer the Critics have kind of become the norm among the Rakdos lists. 2 Grim Lavamancer is a little bit unique. This particular list is eschewing Shard Volley, which is a card that I particularly detest anyway, so I'm not sad to see that card go. 19 lands, I usually like to run 20, but can understand running 19 with a little bit lower curve and 4 light up the stage. Beyond that, you have your Swift Spears, Goblin Guides, and Eidolons. You know, your 1-drops adding pressure, Eidolons making your opponent's spells deal them damage. Bump in the Night, Lava Spike, go to the face. Lightning Bolt, Rift Bolt, and Skewer the Critics can target creatures or players. Ideally, you're targeting players with them, but you can use them to get their creatures out of the way to ensure your Goblin Guys and Swift Spears get through to deal them damage. And beyond that, Stirring Blazes for the creature matchups. So, sideboard, Fatal Pushes, and Stirring Bloods for creature-based matchups. Fatal Push is good against things like Death Shadow, Tarmogoyf, and the like. Thoughtseize and Collective Brutality for spell-based matchups. Thoughtseize can come in against things like Storm, Tron potentially, Control decks. Collective Brutality, much the same thing. Can come in against Storm, can come in against the Burn Mirror, etc. I'm not entirely sure of the reason of 8 copies of discard spells. That seems like a bit much, but Mr. Flores has a little bit more discussion on that in his article, which is linked down below. So, anyways, let's hop into match number 3. So far, we've played against one very favorable matchup in Storm and one close, and I would say probably unfavorable matchup in Black-Green Rock. So, this list is pretty good. We're on the draw, which kind of sucks, but this hand overall is pretty good. Double light up the stage, double way to trigger it, even with 1 land. I think this is a pretty easy keep. Well? Oh. Bant Eldrazi? Some flavor of Eldrazi, anyway. Could just be green-blue, could be Bant. Guess we'll know here in a minute. Okay, Matter Reshaper, sure. Yuck. Well then. So, could just be mono green Eldrazi. I'm suspecting possibly a Bant. Our hand is Garbo in this matchup. Turn 2, I can't attack. Go. Alrighty then. Well? Wow. Just wow. So it looks like just blue-green. Thought Not Seer? Oh, Reality Smasher. Well, I mean, we finally had a second land, but it might be way too late here. Hopefully you don't hit anything relevant off this. Alright, on to game number 2. So, blue-green Eldrazi. These fatal pushes in here. Searing Blazes, for the most part, can go out. I guess there are some creatures in their deck, like Sky Spawner and Matter Shaper, that can technically kill. Eidolon's not fantastic in this matchup. Been a while since I've played against Eldrazi. So we bring in Thoughtseize here to try to disrupt their curve. Try it like that. Another matchup that used to be pretty rough for Burn that's kind of disappeared for the most part. And yeah, this hand's fine, I guess. Long into 6, keep their hand, and scry to card on bottom. Stubborn Denial. That's not unsurprising. Okay, just a forest here. Get this Lavamancer out there. We'll go ahead and Thoughtseize next turn. Because unless they have specifically, unless they specifically had Eldrazi Temple here, there probably isn't too much we cared about. Tarmogoyf, that's an annoying one. Looks like it might just be straight blue-green. No, 2 of the 4 cards in their hand. Guess we just suspend Rift Bolt here. Drowsy Temple, a little bit rough. It's kind of ballsy. That's going to be a little bit rough. Thought Seer is a little unfortunate there. Wow. I was going to say, see if they play Reality Smasher here or if they play Thought Not Seer. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So here comes Reality Smasher. See if they attack with both here. So... Huh. Still don't think we changed anything. Yeah. 6 lands, Thoughtseize. Pretty easy mulligan here. Gotta keep it, but this hand's pretty terrible in this matchup. Really could have used the land off of that. Awkward. Wow. Alright. Mm-hmm. See if they stubborn denial this. They very well white. Yep. We're just too far behind here, so. Alright, so we ran up against kind of a weird deck here in blue-green Eldrazi. Not really sure. I'm guessing their deck was just like Tarmogoyfs and Matter Reshapers, along with like some Romans and some nonsense. I'm guessing their top end was probably just Reality Smasher. So, interesting deck. It was a deck, very similar decks have existed in Ban Eldrazi and such about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I played some at the very, very, very beginning of this channel. With some of the very first videos I did was Ban Eldrazi, and even then the deck was starting to fade in terms of like abilities to close out matches and stuff in the modern format. Maybe it's come back around to where it's reasonable again. So, but anyways, that was a loss unfortunately for the home team. So that will be it for match number 3 of episode 4. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.